Hello, my name is Visor, and welcome to episode 1 of Let's Play Game Dev Tycoon. Game Dev Tycoon is basically a game simulation, well, a game development simulation, where you try to make different types of games. And you might have seen my video where I said my plans, but basically I'm going to take suggestions from the audience about what game to make. In every 7th game, we're going to do a big bet, a game challenge that I might screw up and have to take a penalty for. But the main point of this LP is to figure out how this simulation actually works. And to do that, we're going to do a lot of data collection. Of course, we're just starting the game, so there's nothing to collect yet. Let's just get started. As you can see, I already picked a person. Mostly picked this guy because he has some really awesome glasses. Company name, player name. I think I'm also going to set this to 35 years. I'm not sure if all the content is there yet. But if it gets boring, we could just, end the LP. No big deal, really. Anyway, let's get started. I don't want to do the tutorial. I've already seen it. Yes, come on. Anyway, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna develop our first game. Now, as you can see, we have $70,000, and we gotta do our best. Now, the first suggestion I got from the viewers was from the author man 123. And he wants an adventure game starring a drunken Scotsman who wakes up in pre-colonial California and has to find his way home. I think the scope of that might be a little too much. I think I'm gonna at least get a drunken Scotsman in pre-colonial California. He might not make it too far because he's drunk. Also in the comments, the drunken Scotsman that I know actually showed up. IR Purple is definitely Scottish and he seems to be drunk a lot, so he might have something worth adding to this topic. So I talked to him for a little bit, and he recommended a word. One that he said would really make it seem like a drunken Scotsman and not just a regular drunk. And the word is pisht. I think it's a slurring of the word pissed. That's about it, but according to him, it's a very Scottish thing. And since we're in California, let's go for... Oh, that's cute. I did not know the game does this. That's kind of cool. And I don't have enough room. Sorry, Perp, I'm gonna have to cut your name. Just know this is your game in spirit. Let's do Pishet la Jolla, or Jolla. Jolla? I guess it's Jolla. Wait, is it H's or J's, or is it J's or H's? Not important. La Jolla is a place in California. It's apparently very nice. And it was also, I think a Native American group was also called that. So we're gonna be drunk in California, like the guy suggested. So our topic, I guess it has to be medieval. Really no other way of doing it. It's not exactly medieval, it's the same time frame, but we're gonna be in California. Genre has to be adventure, and platform. As you can see, the difference between these two platforms are market share and development costs. The G64 has a bigger market share, but it costs 15K more. Is this game strong enough to recoup that? That is the question. You know what? I'm willing to go for it. I think it's a strong enough game that we will make up the difference. And, do we want to be text-based or 2D graphics? I don't know if you can really capture the nature of a drunk person through text. Well, I guess, you have drunken text, but I think some graphics might be cool. Let's get started. So it looks like from our initial idea, we've already made one bug, and we have one point in technology. Basically, the way you design a game in this is there are 3 stages, and you sort of pick what you want to focus on at each stage. And depending on what you pick, you might gain points in design or technology. At the very end, you'll be rated, but it's not just based on your technology and design points. It also depends on your genre. For example, different genres do better with more technology points, and other genres will do better with more design points. Or at least that's the general feeling I get from my previous playthroughs. Overall, to really understand this is really something we have to play around with and experiment on, which is the point of this LP. So this is going to be an adventure game, which means I think we need to have some crazy story and quests. It's got to be a good story. I mean, if you're going to play a game of a drunk, he's got to get some good drunk stories out of this. I don't think the engine's as important though, but I guess gameplay is probably a big deal. I mean, this is a game, right? All right, let's see what happens. And he's scratching his head. So occasionally you'll get these moments where your character won't do anything because he's sort of having a brain fart and can't think of anything. I'll probably edit that stuff out in the future though because it's a waste of time. Look at that, we've gained 4 design and 2 technology points, a bunch of research point, and a few more bugs. We'll handle bugs later on. Let's see. Now, as an adventure game, I don't think the artificial intelligence is that important at all. The level design or dialogue. I don't think the level design is as important as the dialogue. I mean, some nice, funny dialogue would really sell this game, I believe. Okay, the next stage. Didn't gain much in technology, but we did gain a lot in design. Is that a good thing? Bad thing? Don't know yet. We're still collecting data. Is it more important to have graphics or sound? You know, in terms of drunk people, I don't think sound is that wise. Most of the sound they make are kind of disgusting, usually barfing and shitting their pants. Let's avoid that. However, if we can get some sort of drunk vision going, that'd be kind of cool. What about the world design? I mean, it's an adventure game. I guess you want it to have a pretty good world, even if you're drunk in it. So let's go for that. Right? Finishing up our first game. Look at all those points. Now, technically we finished the game, but we gotta take care of the bugs. And while we're taking care of the bugs, we'll also have a chance to generate more design, technology, and research points. Occasionally you also generate more bugs, like apparently I'm doing right now. And if you wait for a bit, sometimes you'll generate a few more design or technology points. But since currently you have a monthly upkeep cost of 8K, you can't just wait around forever. This game seems pretty stable, so let's release it. Alright, looking pretty good. Now, it also turns out our combination of a medieval adventure is a great combo. I'm not sure how it directly affects your game's rating, but I do know this 1.6 bonus is applied to your experience. As you gain more experience, depending on how you allocate your time, you're going to level up in certain aspects. I assume that means you'll get better at those tasks, but at this point, I don't really know yet. Also, you have the option to trash the game. This is kind of mechanically interesting, but we really can't discuss it right now. We'll get to it later on. Anyway, let's release our game, Pishet a la Jolla. Next comes the reviews. Hopefully they'll be favorable. Alright, not bad, a 6. For your first game, that's not bad at all. Ooh, a 7, even better, nice. Alright, this is a very interesting comment. Now, for the most part, most of these comments are generic. Like, could have been more, beautiful, enjoyable. Generic based on the score. But now comments like the one from Game Hero, their focus on world design served this game very well. I think comments like these are supposed to inform you about how the game works. Like, this style of game needs a focus on world design. At least that's what I suspect. Oh cool, looks like I got a bit of news. And it's positive news, our first game was very favorable. Very true, right? But look how much money we have, we only have 3K left. Wow, we kind of lost control of the development costs. But that's sort of expected when you start developing on the G64. That 20K development cost is sort of a big deal. Anyway, now the way this game works is I'm not going to be able to show you the stats right away. We're going to have to do some post-game magic to show you how well this game does. Because we can't waste time. We have to start making the next game while the previous one is selling. Alright, so these were the final stats for Pishet a la Jolla. As you can see, we made 41.9K of profit, which isn't bad, and it took us a year and 5 months to make this game. The score is 6.75, which isn't terrible. We gained some fans, and we actually made it on the top sales rank, which again, isn't a bad start. Hopefully our next game will do even better. But of course, to continue the series, I still need more challenge suggestions. So if you think you have a good idea, feel free to comment. But that's it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.